This guy turned £37,000 into £579,000 in pure profit. In today's video, I want to share with you some lessons I've learned in the last 24 hours. Hey everyone, it's Shakir Hussain, founder of funnels.com, and as you probably know, I try to do these videos sharing my insights on my own entrepreneurial journey. And yesterday I attended a mastermind event with some of the top UK's leading entrepreneurs, guys like John Lee, this guy Andy Harrington, a whole bunch of other cool guys. And by the way, once upon a time I used to look up to these guys. I used to watch their stuff on YouTube, and now with great pleasure I'm in the same room masterminding with these guys, right? So it's like how things can shift so quick. So these mastermind events, they basically bring together all these successful people, and I wanted to share these insights with you. Okay, so number one, when you are doing free events, challenges, workshops, webinars, try to add a paywall. What that means is try to add some sort of pay up front, some sort of commitment. There's a rule which is, people that are committed, they tend to be more consistent when it comes to making buying decisions. There was these two examples one of the speakers was talking about, right? Like one, he charged people £5 for an event, and he had such a high show up rate. Like people were excited, they were committed, they were actually showing up. And then he did the exact same thing. He did it for free. And you'd think more people would show up. But the truth is, more people registered, but they didn't show up. And it made me realize, hey, you know what? Next time I do a webinar, instead of doing it as a free webinar, maybe I should just test it out and charge 10 or 20 or $50, because I'd rather have 50 to 100 people that are actually committed, that have paid anywhere from maybe $10 to $50 versus 500 people that haven't paid anything, so they have no skin in the game, right? And I learned this a long time ago. This is why I spent so much money, and I still do, buying courses, buying masterminds, investing in myself, because I also know as a human behavior is when you pay for something, you have a high level of accountability to yourself, to the people around you, and that you'll actually see things through when you invest. So number two is live events and virtual events are crushing the marketplace right now. Due to the pandemic, due to the craziness that was happening, lots of people stopped doing live events, especially the mastermind that I was in. I'd say about 90% of them are in the seminar business. These guys really know what they're talking about when it comes to this. And they were talking about how live events, people are hungry to connect in person. So that's number one. If you do live events, if you've ever wanted to do live events, now would be a good time. Throw your first live event. It does absolute wonders. And if you're not there yet, maybe just do your first ever virtual event. But whatever the case is, doing events gets people excited. Doing events can be a super profitable thing for your business. And sometimes you could do one event that could literally transform your entire business, right? So the next one is launching an NFT is going to create more connections and more community, because this is a hot new thing, okay? Regardless of the crypto market going down and all this stuff, it's still hot. I mean, I just spent $24,000 buying this NFT, which is literally access to a Discord group. One of the reasons why I invested is because I wanted to be part of this community. So if you have a following, if you have an audience already and you want to take it to the next level, you want to be on top of trends, then launch an NFT. I am building an NFT project for my community. This is something that if you feel like, what the hell is an NFT? Just make time to start learning about what an NFT is. All right. Next one, I talked about one guy who turned $39,000 into £579,000 in profits. And what he did a 5-day virtual challenge. But what's really cool is I've known this guy for about 10 years. And I always thought he was just like a simple marketing online guy. And that's what he was until recently. Just before the pandemic, he had a lifelong passion, which was doing music and singing and being in a band, right? And so what he did is he took his marketing skill and he identified a niche of young and older people that had a passion to write songs. And so he created this academy, and he was teaching people around the stuff about music, right? Like songwriting, performing, all sorts, right? One of the biggest ahas for me and for a lot of the people in that room was sometimes you can have so much skill, but you could be applying it to just your industry because that's all you know. So you could take the skills that you have right now and you could apply it to other industries that are still fairly new. This is another key. Organic traffic can get you to your first 6 or 7 figures or even multiple 7 figures. But if you want to scale, if you want to have a life, you need to systemize your machine. You need to systemize your business with funnels. Almost every single person in that room, 8, 9-figure earners, and guess what they all had in common? They were all running some sort of paid traffic. Now, paid traffic only converts if you have a funnel, if you have a marketing funnel that educates your prospects, that sells to your prospects, so that you don't have to always be chasing clients. Clients can come to you. All right, next one. One of them took their company IPO. He's got 6 million social media followers, and he basically talked about the power of building audience, building lists, followers that can not just buy from you today, but invest with you over years and even over decades. And one cool marketing tactic he's shared is sometimes when he does joint ventures, he'll let someone keep 100% of the sale because he knows he's going to make his money on the back end. And it made me realize, oh yeah, I know quite a few people in this industry. What sort of joint venture opportunities can I create where I let people have the bigger end of the stick, so to speak, because I can make my money on the back end? Okay, moving on. By the way, this has happened in the last 24 hours or so. This is what happens in my life. Today, I spent time 2 hours with this guy. I did a podcast with him that I'm going to be releasing soon. He started off in 2019 as an engineer in a typical 9-to-5 job. And now in his business, he's generating $300,000 to $500,000 per month. Isn't that incredible? I did an interview, so you can go check out the interview when it's released. But one funnel was all it took. He had tried so many different things, didn't stop, boom, one funnel, and he absolutely crushed it. So, and then today, just before shooting this video, probably spent, I don't know, maybe an hour to 90 minutes with Eben Pagan, who runs the Mastermind. Again, about 12 years ago, when I was a young broke kid, I used to learn marketing from him. Now he's a friend of mine, and I'm in his Mastermind. And there's all these other guys like Jeff Walker, and you've probably seen Evan Carmichael. Everyone knows him. They were talking about how a social media web token company went from like $0 to $109 million in under 12 months. And now they're discussing how to build affiliate programs on the blockchain. It's kind of nuts. Another guy who I met at a mastermind, I met him at a mastermind, just announced he sold his company for $60 million. Then he's created this AI engine that basically writes emails completely driven by AI. Then he talked about how he built, I think, Tony Robbins' funnel for his new book, Life Force. And I just thought, damn, this is really cool. So that's what's happening in the last 24 hours. Not every day is like this, but the last 24 hours has been intense. And I had all this stuff in my head, and I thought, you know what, it'd be really cool to shoot a video, send it out to my peeps on YouTube. If you'd like more content like this, please make sure that you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment below. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.